March 2023, a group of researchers formed the Truth Mafia, a collective determined to investigate conspiracies and occult mysteries that have been buried for centuries. With a passion for uncovering the truth, they delve into the darkest corners of history, pop culture, and ancient mysteries, seeking answers to questions that have plagued humanity for ages. The Truth Mafia is led by Tommy Truthful, a man shrouded in mystery and intrigue, dedicated to uncovering the hidden truths behind some of the world's most perplexing and enigmatic phenomena. Their research has led them down countless rabbit holes, from deciphering ancient symbols to exploring the hidden meanings behind popular media and literature. Despite the risks and challenges they face, the Truth Mafia remains steadfast in their quest for knowledge. Will their investigations lead to groundbreaking revelations, or will they unravel an even deeper web of secrets and lies? Only time will tell in this ongoing saga of conspiracy and intrigue.
Welcome, my brothers and sisters. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107. So today, we're going to get into a couple different things, but it's really all ties back to the new Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire, which released March 22nd on that 3/22 day. And we've been waiting for this to come out. There was so much symbolism in this movie connected to CERN, them opening the gates of hell. I mean, it was crazy. It was a pretty good movie. I watched it bootleg myself, and you can watch it bootleg too on F Movies. That's where I always watch it. Just make sure you have the Brave search engine so you don't get some pop-ups. But yeah, man, we're going to get into it. So I got a whole little video I already pre-recorded that I'll walk us through. And this whole theme, we're seeing this whole glass ice motif right now, which represents the breaking of the veil, what CERN is really doing, the cracking of the veil. And there's a reason CERN is built on the Temple of Apollo, which is literally Revelations 9:11, releasing Apollyon, right? Abaddon. And the main character in it, the entity that gets released from this sphere, he's able to control all the other ghosts, right? And it kind of reminded me of a lot of the symbolism we've been seeing in Hollywood, the same type of symbolism. So how they captured him back in the old days was there were these things called fire masters. And the fire masters used fire and brass to bind him and trap him into this sphere, right? Well, Fire Master is 133, which is literally the number of the simulation, guys. If you remember that video I did on Rumble where the person walked out, that started at exactly an hour and 33 minutes in. And if you go look at that Rumble video, I decoded it all underneath of there, broke it down in full detail. Dragon energy is 133, extinction. Saturninus, which is Saturn, they're opening Saturn, that is Dimension X. And biotechnology, which biotechnology is it can be used to modify many different things, right? We also have eclipse ritual in that same cipher with Frozen Empire. Electromagnetic, biotechnology. So we have biotechnology. I accidentally put the biotechnology on this one. I was about to say, damn, do we have biotechnology in 133 and 150? That ain't supposed to be there. My apologies. But the 150 cipher it is. And biotechnology is a field that involves the use of living organisms or their products to create new products or improve existing ones. This can include genetic engineering, pharmaceuticals, agriculture, and environmental remedies. Now, speaking of environmental genetic engineering and biotechnology, which is all the the knowledge of the fallen angels with the chemtrails and everything, right? So guess what, guys? You ain't gonna believe this. Tennessee just banned, well, they're trying to ban it. They're trying to pass a law right now, Tennessee, to ban chemtrails. Can you believe that? But the whole article is making fun of us, conspiracy theorists. Like, oh yeah, Tennessee's trying to create this law right now to ban chemtrails based on a conspiracy theory. And it made me so angry, I had to do a detailed blog on it. That blog, the link is down in the description with all the evidence showing you that chemtrails are not a conspiracy. They're 100% a fact. Our government's admitted it so many different times. You know what I mean? And I link what chemicals are really in it. Guys, I've seen all the patents on this stuff. So it really irritates me when they try to play it off like it's a conspiracy theory, and then you research it and type in chemtrails on Google search, and all that pops up is fact check. But then fact check admitted in open court that they're not facts, that they're just opinions. And I linked that in the article as well. That article is down in the description. So before we get going, I'm going to play a little something real quick right before we get going. And all links are down below, guys.
The Truth Mafia, led by Capo De Capi, Tommy Truthful, alongside his underboss, Donut Factory, the consigliere, Ani Osaru, and Capo Paranoid American of paranoidamerican.com, all united under one flag to combat censorship and champion free speech. Become a made member today. Click the link in our bio on Instagram, in the description on all other platforms. Join the Truth Mafia, become untouchable. Play your part in this vital information warfare at truthmafia.com.
And then links are down below. So you can become a made member of the Truth Mafia. We are 100% viewer funded. So not only do you help fund the movement, you get access to our members only post, our members only live videos, our members only uploads. And I was going to keep this only members only, this video I did, but then I decided, since I already hit you guys with that 5-hour members only video that our brother Juan and Paranoid did on the Bach saga, which is so crazy. It's like some ancient form of sex magic. It's bizarre. I watched the whole 5-hour video myself, and they allowed me to share that with the members. So that was pretty cool of them. And we also, over on our other website, that's on truthmafia.com. On our other website is truthfultv.com, where I do all my bookings, my readings, do dream interpretations. We do readings, which with the readings right now, I'm just going to forewarn you. Usually you get them 10 days from your booking or appointment date. But due to my hospital stay, and I've been having some things going on with my heart, which I'm better now, guys. Everything came back good with my heart. But they made me do this sleep study, and I talked about it a little in my last podcast. Some very weird things went on during that sleep study. I'm pretty sure they took me in another room, and some strange shit happened, but I can't prove that. So, it's just me speculating on it. But I really do think they put something behind my damn leg. And I know I sound crazy saying that, but I truthfully believe it with all my heart. Now, instead of getting them 10 days from the booking date, most people right now are getting them 13 and 14 days from the booking date due to my 3-day hospital stay. And I apologize about that. It's just, there's nothing I could do. My mom forced me to go. She was really scared because I had a little, what had really happened is I had a severe anxiety attack because they were blasting me with some type of directed energy weapon, and it caused my freaking heart to palpitate. So I thought I was dying. I started sweating. It was very bizarre. But I'm actually working on this one girl right now. I'll have hers done Monday for her, Dana, and she's born, the one I'm working on, she's born on March 14th of 1974, Pi Day. And everything right now, guys, is connected to that freaking day. I just did a whole video on this. It's on my Facebook. So go look at the new video I put up on Facebook about you got to watch the whole video. In the beginning, you'll think it's a song or something, but that's actual footage of the hailstorm that was in Texas. It's called Weather Wars in Texas, and I created a song. It's like a minute and 20 seconds long or something, but at the end, it's me breaking it all down and showing you the connection where the weather wars had started on Pi Day 3.14. And that's when they took my big YouTube page down on that day. And on my Facebook, I include the link to the video that I predicted all this happening 2 weeks prior. So it makes sense they hurry up and try to take my page down right before they start popping it off, on the day they start popping it off. You know, it's so, they're so deceptive. It's unreal. And then so this is what's crazy to me. They hit us with all these rituals, right? Because that's what they were. The tornadoes that ripped through 7 states. They hit us with all this stuff. And now they're coming out with a alleged ban on chemtrails, which is a big part of the geoengineering programs. I mean, that just blows my mind, that whole thing. But I think it all plays a role, guys. I think it's all connected. The chemtrails, the jabbers, all the nanotechnology they're trying to get inside of us with what they're doing with HAARP, what they're doing with CERN, trying to open these portals. I even think the nuclear detonation is going to play a role in all of this, right? It's going to play a role in what they got planned to open this portal. And here in America, that's in Tennessee, guys. America's CERN is right here in Tennessee. We have the Hadron Collider in Tennessee. So all them rituals they've done, they're pushing all that energy back towards where the twin eclipses make the X, right? Over that New Madrid fault line. And I brought this up in the video too. You know, I got dyslexia so bad, guys. That's why I'm good at decoding, but not the best at reading aloud. And you guys let me say this too for so many videos. I called that Nazareth, and it's Nineveh. Nineveh. I don't know how many videos I literally called that Nazareth in, and you guys never corrected me. So thanks for that, by the way. Could have said, hey, Tommy, that's definitely not Nazareth. It's Nineveh. But anyways, all the links are down below. We're going to get into it. And this episode is sponsored by Body Align in the Energy Wellness Band. That link's also down below. Use promo code Truth Mafia. And this is an older slide I had. So TommyTruthful.com will just link you to Truth Mafia now. It's everything on Truth Mafia, except where I do my bookings and my readings. That's over on truthfultv.com. So there's 2 different platforms, Truth Mafia and truthfultv.com. But let's get into it, guys. Let me play this video that I had pre-recorded for this episode with you. Let me see everybody in the comments first, and then we'll get into it. Because I pre-recorded the video that I want you guys to watch. I did it last night when all this information was still fresh in my mind. So let me pull this up. 1 second, guys. I'm about to play it right now. I got to add it to the stage, and then we'll go over this. Let me show you some of these slides I made, though, before we do the video. See, that's the real character down here to the bottom left. And that entity controls all the other entities. And then I made this image just like based off that dude. And that guy next to the chick in the red, that's a real entity from Ghostbusters, which he controls. And go figure, guys, they got a sewer dragon in Ghostbusters, right? And we're in the year of the dragon So they, of course, have to have that whole dragon connection. But look, that's from the main cover. And you can see it's clearly a portal opening up above New York. The movie was pretty good, too. They had all the old Ghostbusters in it. So I really liked it. I thought it was good. I'm sure we'll hear mixed reviews on it, but I thought it was really good. I'm into that type of stuff, though. You know, Stranger Things is one of my favorite series in the world, so this is right up my alley. And again, this came out on March 22nd, so there's so much hidden symbolism in it, probably stuff I didn't even catch. And the whole glass ice motif has been involved in many of the series that are out right now, which I'm going to show you in just 1 second. Before I forget, we had that sale going on, guys, from the 18th to the 22nd. I was going to end it yesterday, but we're keeping it going on until Monday. So it ends Monday. I figure we might as well just keep it out through the weekend because it's doing so good right now. And that link is down below too. We have some really amazing products over there. I'll show you that after the podcast. So let's get into it. Let me add this video. Add to stage. So check this out, guys. I started noticing that there was this glass motif going on right now. I kept hearing it over and over again. We just had that new series out, The Gentleman, on Netflix, and the star of The Gentleman, her name was Susie Glass. And the place she owned was called Glass Knuckles, the boxing gym, right? Now, this is all tied to Hiram Abiff, the upcoming eclipse, and these major death rituals. So I look in Gematria, which Gematria comes from Jewish Kabbalah mysticism. The elites have a secret hidden language of symbols and numbers. Glass in the English ordinal cipher, where A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, and so forth. Glass equals 58, matching May 19th. Now, May 19th is 41 days after the upcoming eclipse. And why does that matter? Well, the fires in Texas, they started 41 days before the eclipse. The Las Vegas shooting, it happened 41 days after the 2017 Great American Eclipse. So there's something going on with this time frame. Now, The Gentleman, it released on March 7th. There's also a connection there, but before we get to that, the numbers we have is 58 and 13 with that glass number. In Chaldean Gematria, it's 13. In season 1, episode 3 of The Gentleman, Glass Knuckles is first shown on the screen, her boxing gym, which is 13. The death card is 13. Hiram is 13. Hiram Abiff is a ritual in Freemasonry. The tale of Hiram Abiff is central to the Masonic initiation ritual, where candidates symbolically reenact his death and resurrection in a ceremony known as the Master Mason degree. This ritual represents the transformation of a candidate into a Master Mason who has attained the highest level of moral and spiritual enlightenment. So he was killed because they say someone came up to him and wanted the secrets of Freemasonry, and he refused to give them to him, so he was killed, right? So they reenact this. Now, the death card is the 13th card in the tarot deck. Friday the 13th, it doesn't just come from Jason Voorhees. This is when the Knights Templar were burned at the stake. And the number 13 brings the test, the suffering, and the death. It symbolizes the death to the matter or to oneself, and the birth to the spirit, the passage on the higher level of existence. For the Kabbalists, the number 13 is the meaning of the snake, the dragon, Satan, and the murderer. So it's all tying to death. Now, we are in the year of the dragon right now. And coming up is this eclipse, which we'll be able to see this double comet. And I'll get in all that in a second. Let me slide past here. I want to show you something. Remember the Las Vegas shooting, guys? That was 41 days after the 2017 eclipse that happened on Monday, August 21st. And they said the security guard was Jesus Campos, was sent to the 32nd floor after the shooting started, right? At 32nd floor, the 32-degree double-headed phoenix. He had 47 weapons in the room, 47-degree Masonic compass, and Jesus Campos equals 846. Well, the first plane hit the towers at 8:46 a.m. And then the first girl to get vaccinated in the United States, Sandra Lindsay, her name equals 846, the black young lady. Not to mention, they kneeled on George Floyd's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. So it's a big number. Banking collapse is 846. 128 is 846. So the first plane hits the tower at 8:46 a.m. Then the tower collapses at 10:28. 128. Right? I mean, these codes. Man, I'm telling you, it is crazy. And there's a connection to 128 with CERN as well, which I'll get into more here in a little bit. But the connection I want to show you to, just give me 1 second. Let me slide this over. Go back to here. I also got some stuff I want to tell you guys about Ghostbusters. It just came out, the new one, and there's so much symbolism in that. So that the gentleman in this May 19th date, because remember, we had the May 19th connected to glass, right? 58 matching May 19th. And then I didn't show you this part yet. I used to accidentally call this Nazareth. I'm dyslexic, so I mess up sometimes. I apologize. The words scramble on me. It's Nineveh. And okay, so let me go back here because I'm going too forward first. Okay, so Nineveh spelled this way with the A instead of the E is 73, matching Hiram Abiff, sacrifice. So there again is the death motif. From the release of Netflix until Sunday, May 19th, is 73 days, which is 10 weeks and 3 days, which is the number 13 again. So we got 13, then we got the 7-3, which is sacrifice, Hiram Abiff, Nineveh. And why does that Nineveh matter? And why does that May 19th day matter? Well, 18th and 19th are going to be very significant. So if you count from April 8th, the eclipse, until May 19th, it is 41 days from the start, and that's including the end date. All right. So, including the end date, you got 41 days there. Bam. And not to mention, guys, Kobe Bryant died at 41. 41 days later, Pop Smoke was killed and put in ambulance number 41. And when they brought down the Georgia Guidestones, go back and look. There was a bomb truck out in front of the Georgia Guidestones, the number 401. So the 41st president was a Skull and Bones member. And from April 18th, the eve of Pentecost, is 41 days from April 8th when the eclipse happens. That is end date included, right? So it is 41 days from the start date to end date included, or 1 month and 11 days, which is the same time frame we have here. So them 2 days, I know they're going to do something, the 18th and 19th. So these Bible verses are very important. And as it was in the days of Noah, so it will be also in the days of the Son of Man, Luke 17:26. An evil, adulterous generation seeks after signs, and no signs will be given to except the sign of the prophet Jonah. So they're going to be looking for these signs, but no signs are going to be given to them except for this sign connected to the eclipse. Now, yet 40 days and Nineveh will be overthrown. That's Jonah 3:4. Yet 40 days and Nineveh will be overthrown. So the total solar eclipse that will be taking place. Guys, it didn't freeze. I muted it and tried to talk, and my dumbass had the microphone muted. So that was me that did that. Sorry, guys. When I muted the video, I was trying to tell y'all something, but my dumbass was back here with the whole microphone muted. So I didn't even realize that until I looked at the comments. My apologies. That was all me. On April 8th of this year, we'll pass through Jonah, Texas. That's where it'll start. That's where all the fires are going right now. That's where we had the hailstorm. The tornadoes are ripping through all that area, Oklahoma, Texas, right where the path of totality is going. Now, it ripped through 7 states, these tornadoes we just had, which was the beginning of the Ides of March. It actually started on Pi Day, 3.14, the same day they took my big YouTube channel, because you guys remember several weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago now, I seen that storm with a 7.6 on it. Remember that storm, guys? And I said, something big's coming. There's going to be tornadoes, and they're going to be in the path of the eclipse. Now, you can go watch that video. I have linked it to the newest video I just dropped, so there's proof of what I'm saying. It's up on truthmafia.com, pinned to the top. Go look for yourself. Okay, so it starts in Jonah, Texas, right? And after it goes through Jonah, Texas, it goes through several towns and cities bearing the name Nineveh, also passing through Rapture, Indiana. And all this takes place under the constellation Cetus, which is the whale. And included in the path of the eclipse is the Ark in Kentucky. 40 days after the eclipse will be May 18th, the eve of Pentecost, the day I keep getting in my decodes. So I'm telling you, man, something's up. And remember, the fire started 41 days before the eclipse. And then Nineveh is 322 and satanic matching funeral, just more with the whole death theme, because that's all what a Hiram Abiff ritual is. It's all reenacting death and resurrection. And then you got the connection. Dude's name was Jesus, right? In the Las Vegas shooting. Well, Jesus is the number 13. He has the 12 disciples. He represents the 13. He died during an eclipse on the cross. And then he is risen. It's a resurrection ritual, just like Osiris. And that's what Hiram Abith is representing, right? So that was from that eclipse. Same time frame. You notice this, guys, it's the same time frame every time. And then you get into 846. And that 41-day time frame is 1 month and 10 days. In that 110, remember at 9/11, the Twin Towers were 110 stories high. So that time frame is very important. And then President 41, Bush Sr., the Skull and Bones member, that's a big number connected to that whole agenda. So 6, so we were, and chemtrails, by the way. Chemtrails, forgot to say, since they got this new article out right now about passing bills banning chemtrails, which the whole damn article is just to make fun of us. Really, it is. If you read it, it's quite insulting. But that's why I linked that original article and linked all the truth about chemtrails. I can't even believe that they have the audacity to say that that's a conspiracy. It blows my mind, considering, remember the head of the CIA? He did that speech saying that they're real. I mean, you guys say one thing and then try to say another thing. It's so crazy to me. Like, do you think people are that stupid for real? We're in that code. Tribulation's 846. October 11th is 846. How many times have we seen this now, guys? October 11th. Just again and again and again and again. We keep seeing it. And from Monday, April 8th of 2024 to Friday, October 11th is 187 days, family. 187. We know that's a kill code. Now, my boy Chris from Eyes to See Decode, I had him figure out some things in 41 for me. And if we're looking in Chaldean, here's some things that match in 41. Cernunnos. Cernunnos is the Celtic god of the underworld that CERN was named after. Checkerboard 41. Masonic ritual, black or white. Earthbound, execution. Fear factor, fear and obey. A wicked witch. The black cube of Saturn. It's all plugged into the D-Wave super quantum computer, which is plugged into CERN, right? And then Omega in the ordinal cipher, Omega is 41, which the Omega event, they're opening the gates of hell. They're about to collapse the financial system. And CERN had the Awake experiment. Remember, guys? The Awake experiment, which injects a bunch of protons from CERN's SPS accelerator into plasma columns created by ionizing gas with a laser. When the bunch interacts with the plasma, it splits into a series of smaller bunches in the process called self-mutilation. That sounds great. Another death motif, self-mutilation. Like, what the hell is going on here? Why would they name it that? Self-mutilation. Like, that's so crazy. And then CERN, guys, they got these glass plates on the Hadron Collider, the particle accelerator, in which, not to mention, what is CERN called? The Large Hadron Collider. And that equals 846 in the Satanic cipher. So that 846 code is so connected to CERN, genetic modification, the Philosopher's Stone, which is the black goo, the nanotechnology, the storehouse for demonic consciousness, so it can use the human vessel as an avatar. You know what I mean? And then I found a connection between 41 and the number 15. They have overlapping matches, right? So Alien is 41 in ordinal, but it's 15 in Chaldean. And then Awake is 15 as well, like 41. So is Dagon. This is the reptilian demon god, really, that the Vatican worships. Who knows? That's probably what they're letting loose when Gordy Rose first released the D-Wave quantum computer, he said that they were releasing the ancient ones, the Lovecraftian old ones. Draco is 41 as well. And then I got a video I'm going to show you guys on 128 and its connection to CERN. And this YouTube channel did a phenomenal job with it. I'll show that here in a minute. CERN is 128, which the 128 code I told you. Hey guys, trust me on this. Go check this YouTube channel out. It's OONAO7. That's the name of the YouTube channel, OONAO7. He's got some fire shit over there. He's a decoder. I just found him. I'm reaching out to him, trying to get him up to become a member on Truth Mafia. He's only got like 3,000 subs or something, but them are the ones I love. They're usually the realest channels. I told you the towers fell at 1028, and then the bridge collapsed on January 28th of 2022 when Joe Biden was going to do the infrastructure bill. Bridge collapse equals 128. On October. Oh, pause. Okay, the bridge collapse thing. This has to do with the glass and ice motif. What are they collapsing? Well, it's a symbolic bridge. It's this bridge to this other realm, this other reality, which they show us in the new Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. They show, I swear, guys, that they show the Gateway of Baal, which they renamed it. But remember, like 2015, 2016, they put them arches up everywhere. I actually talk about it in this video, so I'll let that play through. But the bridge, it represents a connection. So we have the Golden Gates, the Galactic Center is what it's called, the Golden Gates, right? We're not talking about the Golden Gate Bridge. The Galactic Center is called the Golden Gates. It represents a portal from heaven to earth. Now, I think they're going to destroy the actual Golden Gates because of what it symbolizes. So we had 9/11, that represented ISIS, where the two towers came down, that whole ritual. And that represented the silver gates of man, what men reincarnate through. And then on the West Coast, you'll have the destruction of the Golden Gates, which is the coming of Osiris, the rebirth of Osiris. And then in the middle at the 88 point, where the twin eclipses make the X over that New Madrid fault line, that's where Horus will be born, the rise of the Antichrist, the union of Isis and Osiris. They're doing major rituals to bring forth this Horus character, right? But that arch that we see is connected to Freemasonry. And I show you the slide in here, how they used it in Frozen Empire. And then the girl goes and sits down and plays chess on a chessboard with a freaking ghost. October 28th, which is 128 in numerology, the 0 holds no value, so 10-8, Matthew Perry dies. That was Bill Gates, Mr. Vaccine's birthday. It was also Julia Roberts' birthday, who was Matthew Perry's ex. And then she releases Leave the World Behind on 12/8, 128. So there's definitely something up with that 128 code. And we obviously see there's something up with the number 41. And we all remember the World Economic Forum being 6.66 miles from CERN. So they've been building up on this ritual, guys. They've been building on it and building on it and building on it. And now it's coming to a precipice. It's coming to a boiling point where it's going to explode. With these type of rituals, it's called chaos magic. They put energy into a sigil, a symbol. A perfect example of this was 9/11. The two towers, they represented the pillars of Solomon. They represent the two strands of DNA. The two towers fell. The One World Trade Center was erected. So the two strands of DNA is destroyed. The third strand of DNA rises. And that's what the nanotechnology, the graphene oxide, it's a DNA war that we are in. Yeah. And, we all know what that's in, right? So I'm going to pause that part because I say a little too much in that video, what it's really inside of, but what they try to scare us to participate in. And then if you look at the number 41, guys, what is element 41? Niobium, which is it's used to make superconductor magnets and particle accelerators like CERN. It's also used in aerospace applications because it has a high melting point. So we got all this fire motif going on, even with the new Frozen Empire. It's all about the fire masters, which captured that demon that freezes everything, and it's about scaring you to death. That's why it freezes everything. It's all about fear and harvesting that loose energy. That demon can control all the other demons. And Abaddon is 41. Well, Revelations 9:11, and they had a king over them, the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue his nameth Apollyon. And then you have CERN built on the temple of Apollo, known as Apolloseum, right? And the 128 code, well, the first D-Wave quantum computer was 128 qubits. And remember what Gordy Rose told us? That they were summoning the Lovecraftian ancient ones. So Smart Cities 128, blood offering, bridge collapse. It's collapsing the bridge to the other realm. They got the internet plugged into the D-Wave. And the internet was created, the www, at CERN by Tim Berners-Lee. So, I mean, seriously, don't believe me, go research it. Now, all this energy that we're putting into this computer in front of you, which is a black mirror, a scribing mirror, witchcraft, fallen angelic technology, it's feeding this other reality. So divide and rule is 128, Jacob Rothschild 128, nuclear blast 128. And with the nuclear blast, I think that plays a role in this ancient alchemical magic, because CERN is an alchemy machine. It's an ancient summoning ritual, and we already know what they're summoning and what they're opening. So with the nuclear blast, it doesn't just affect our reality, it has effect on all the dimensions around us, the higher levels and the lower levels, right? And the deep state is 128, guys. The Mandela effect, Q computer is 128. This is that 128 code. So obviously, this is a very important code. And with the nuclear blast, like I said, I think that's part of cracking the veil, cracking the glass, cracking the ice, releasing, crashing the bridge. Now, this was at 9 minutes and 11 seconds in to the Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire. And what do you guys notice on there? What do you notice already? So for my decoders, this is for my decoders. Look down at the bottom. It's 11:02 and 94 degrees. Now, of course, this is a movie, so that's not an organic time, even though on the news, they mess with that too, because you'll notice they put very occultic numbers up when they're doing the news. So 112, the Jesuits are in 112 nations, right? You flip that around, 211, the 47th prime number. That's when we had the Super Bowl on 211, which is a high ritual. And then you have 94. Okay, so Project Bluebeam was leaked to the public in 94. NASA was established on a date with 94 numerology. Alien is 94. It's a big number connected to their whole alien agenda. If you flip it around, it's 49, which is Antichrist. So I found that very interesting that was at 9 minutes and 11 seconds in. And it was after they went on this ghost hunt. They were chasing the sewer dragon, the freaking sewer dragon at that point. That's what they were chasing right there. And they were getting in trouble because they caused a lot of destruction in the city, riding around their old little ambulance car, chasing the freaking plasma sewer dragon. And that's what that damn thing looks like. I swear, it looks like blue plasma. I wonder what Jay Dreams is going to say about this video. I just talked to him today on text message. We're supposed to do a video on Halo, the series Halo, because it's all about the plasma apocalypse and that programming. But I can't wait till he sees this. I just wonder what he's going to think about it, because he'll connect it to plasma, right? And another thing with Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, guys, after this scene, the first scene takes place at about a couple minutes in, the first scene that you should really pay attention to anyways. And they walk in, it's like old time New York, maybe in the 30s, or probably the 30s, in that area. And these firefighters go into this building. When they try to touch the door, the whole freaking door is frozen. So they go inside this frozen door, and it's all the leaders of society sitting around a table, and they're all frozen solid. Now, what other series that just came out recently, the fourth season, did we see this same exact symbolism in, guys? Do you remember? True Detective. Remember? Season 4, True Detective. All the people are frozen solid, stuck like this. Now, during this event, some people call the plasma apocalypse pole shift, right? They say the poles will shift, and even if you believe we live on a flat plane, there's still energy. You have the positive and negative energy fields. So think of them shifting within a minute. Boom, they shift. Now you got a new North Pole, and they say people will freeze instantaneously because of this event. So they're showing us this freezing symbolism over and over and over again. And see, that's the sphere up there that girl's holding in her hands. Which ends up being one of the characters, one of the fire master's grandmother. He didn't even know there was a secret room in his house where his grandma had all these like demons binded to. I mean, it's crazy. That's where you see the horns for the first time. And when that entity escapes this little sphere, he goes to that apartment and gets in there, and that's where he gets his horns back from and gets like this physical body that he's in. Because remember, the fire masters had binded him. That's what her grandson was. She was one of the fire masters. She has this same thing on her face. She has that hanging in the closet. Why did it do that? Go away. Oh, there we go. She has that mask hanging down, and the sphere. The symbolism of the sphere is a symbol of power. Now, if you remember, right before Queen Elizabeth died, remember, guys, she walked up and touched that sphere, that globe, and then the 3 strands of DNA lit up and went up the tree of life. Remember that? Which symbolically, that tree of life represents the connection to heaven to earth. It's the same symbolism, just different cultures have different namings of it, but it's all about that connection from heaven to earth. And that's the connection they want to break, the connection that the Messiah is supposed to come back through. And I'm not a religious person. I don't believe in organized religion, but I do believe in the Creator. And I look at what they call Jesus or Yeshua, kind of like he was like a master teacher, and he came back to teach the people. That's my view on him. And he was killed for that. He was teaching us the true knowledge of this reality. He, just like Neo conquered the Matrix, Jesus conquered death. It's the same archetype. That's what Jesus represents, that Neo archetype. And he was able to heal people, which you are too. You're able to heal people. You just don't believe in yourself. And they've dumbed us down so much and got us to doubt ourselves so much, which is what Saturn's all about. It puts us to limitations and, that type of energy. But at one time, we were able to actually heal people with our mind, with our hands. We were able to do a lot of things, heal ourselves. We lived much longer. We could speak telepathically. This is all stuff they've dumbed us down to, right? But okay, let me play the rest of this part now. Here it is. All right. Let me go back a little bit. Okay. I want this scene. The next scene we're about to see here, guys, is the one I was telling you about, where right here. The crazy part is the first thing they show you is this right here, which I think these things that went up all around the world back in 2016, 15, which was done in a major ritualistic fashion, right? And they said ISIS destroyed the real one. Well, they created ISIS, and don't believe that. I guarantee they have the original. But the Arch of Baal is a reproduction of the Roman Victory Arch that was built. It was used in the temple where pagans worshiped the god Baal, also known as Baal, in a form of idolatry. The temple had a furnace below a bronze statue with the bull's head representing Baal. In that furnace, they threw children into it. I'm not joking. Not joking. So these archways, I think they're some type of portal, guys, where all of them are on energy grids around the world. And when they're going to crank this Large Hadron Collider up over there in Geneva, Switzerland, we have one in Tennessee. I think we have one out by Texas too, but we definitely have one in Tennessee. They're going to light these particle accelerators up, and these things are plugged into the Earth's grid system, and these could be where entities come through. What if there's some type of ancient Stargate technology? I mean, look at this. She goes in the park and plays chess, right? Well, that's the Masonic symbolism. And she's playing chess with a ghost that caught on fire. There's so much fire symbolism in it, guys, which is the main fire motif right now because of the whole, I'm on YouTube. I better chill out. Something that's spelled like a dewdrop. You know what I'm talking about? DEW. And the girl that she's playing chess with, the little Ghostbuster girl with the glasses, the little nerdy girl, she's playing chess with this girl that's like covered in blue fire. Like it kind of looks like blue plasma to me, but she's like, yeah, I died in a hotel fire, a real bad hotel fire. And then she's actually setting that little girl up for that entity that's inside the sphere. And she starts to like the little girl. She's like, do I have to do it? Does it have to be her? And he says, yeah, that entity controls all the other ghost guys. It can mind control them. The little marshmallow dudes, it controls everything. And then there's the arch right here. Well, I mean, come on. That is Freemasonic all day. The checkerboard with the arch. It's the same freaking symbolism. That's in the new Ghostbusters. And on the cover of it, it's literally, well, there's multiple different covers, but one has a portal opening up on the cover, guys. Now, I mean, it's just, to me, it's so crazy that other people don't see this, right? I don't understand it. I don't get how they can't see it. Like, I don't know, man. It's getting crazy out here. And, these entities, the archons, call them reptilian, whatever you want, we are trapped in some type of a supercomputer, right? And like this image I created, you see it, I got these robotic AI. You said activate nanotechnology April 8th, eclipse both 60 and Chaldean. You know what else is 60 and Chaldean? Year of the Dragon. is 60 in Chaldean. So that's interesting. AI type entities, because that's what the archons are described as, and they create the humans. They even create certain alleged alien races. So you see all that stuff on the floor is programmable matter, and it's coming up out of the floor and creating that alien and creating the two humans in the middle. At least that's what it's supposed to depict. I don't know if you could catch that, but that's what it's supposed to depict. And then, yeah, I mean, that's really what we're plugged into. And they want to trap us within, a matrix within a matrix. That's the whole key, trapping us in a simulation within a simulation, creating that quantum copy of your soul. That's what part of the jabbers were all about, creating that quantum copy of your soul. So when you die here in the physical, you wake up in this other phantom matrix that they have created. And this AI has went around through different multiverses throughout this. There's not just this reality, guys. There's infinite realities. And it's went around to so many different realities, eating up all the organic matter. Which, speaking of chemtrails, they got this stuff called gray goo that it's patented, just like black goo is patented. They spray this gray goo over our heads, and the gray goo, anything it comes in contact with, it kind of like terraforms it, but it takes it from organic and makes it inorganic. So it's kind of like whatever this entity is. We can call them Satan, Archon, whatever, y'all debate off. It doesn't really matter what you call it. It's evil, but it's creating its artificial kingdom on the ashes of this whole beautiful organic kingdom that we've been given. Even the organic simulation is a simulation, but Source, the creator, created that for us to incarnate down here and learn our life lessons and learn, and then finally go to the higher realms, what we would call heaven. But it's been hijacked by these archons, and you can look into the Gnostic texts. This is why the Gnostics were hunted down almost to extinction. They also controlled the Library of Alexandria, which the Catholic Church burnt down. The Catholic Church is the same ones that covered up the Tartarian Empire and all that civilization, which had advanced technology. They were using red mercury to power up the power grid there. They say red mercury don't even exist, but too bad it does exist. And just look into Cinnabar. It definitely exists. So, they don't want you to know that, though. On top of them ancient Tartarian structures, you had like this big rod shooting up on top of it. And then there was a ball on that rod. It was like a brass ball. That brass ball was full of that red mercury substance, which they said it would like spin inside there, creating this free energy grid. And then they used this ancient Tartarian tech, which was all no wires. No wires was connecting any of the houses. It was all like kind of like Wi-Fi, right? It was all, you didn't need none of that. You didn't need no wires to connect you. It was just pulling all that energy out of the ether and out of our atmosphere. But they used that old tech to run the telephone lines for all the new energy grid that Edison came up with, which is dirty energy, and it breaks down our DNA and has a bad effect on us. I mean, just look at the Spanish flu, guys. The Spanish flu, the first case of it happened on March 11th. And then the pandemic declared on March 11th. Well, the Spanish flu was the mass rollout of the electric grid, that dirty electricity, which has an effect on our DNA. We don't vibrate with that. Now, if we had Nikola Tesla's energy grid up there still, and we were living in harmony with nature and walking around with no shoes on, we were grounded, everything was how it's supposed to be, we would live longer. So this stuff has had an effect on our our lifespan, releasing these entities that have promised these elites. Now, let me get to this one part. Hold on a second. Oh, here we go. That's the part I wanted to show you guys. So this came from The Economist magazine, guys. The cover of The Economist magazine. Let me back it up a little bit. Sorry. Let me go through that. Okay, here it is. This was on the cover of the 2012 and 2000. It was the end of the 2012 December edition into 2013 Economist magazine. And look at all the symbolism on this, showing. So over here you have Greece collapsing, right? And that's democracy falling. Then look right here, guys. Hamas on parachutes. Look. And Israel. Well, that's something they really try to do on the world stage. Remember they said they parachuted in on paragliders? I mean, they literally showed us that on The Economist magazine. So it's just a form of predictive programming, lesser magic, truth in plain sight. And then that 41 cipher, you got the chemtrails, the energy weapon, bewitched, the ember rituals, which is the ember months are September, October, November, December. Them are the months when they like to do the fire rituals on a big level. So maybe the nuclear event will be during the ember months, which October 11th, the date we keep seeing, 187 days after the eclipse. Well, that's during the ember months, right? October. So that would be a pretty good month to start it. The September, October, November, December, them 4 months right there. But yeah, that 41 code is crazy. It's crazy. And I mean, seriously, guys, 41 days before the damn eclipse, we had the Texas fire start, Smoke Creek fire. Kobe dies at 41. Pop Smoke dies 41 days later, and he's put in ambulance number 41. The Georgia Guidestones gets blown up. And what was the bomb truck number in front of the Georgia Guidestones? 401. 401. And then 41 days before the 2017, or 41 days after, my apologies, the 2017 Great American Eclipse was the whole Las Vegas event. So, and then with Nineveh, and Nineveh being taken over on the 40th day, connected to that Bible verse. Let me show you right here. That takes us to that May 19th day. So it'll be May 18th and May 19th are the 2 days I'm thinking they're going to do it. Do something anyways. I don't know exactly what, but why is that thing on there? Get off of there. Stuck up on the screen. That's driving me nuts. Can you guys see that where it looks stuck on the screen where it says Facebook Care? And you guys probably can't even see that part. Maybe it's only where I can see it. But anyways, look at this. So yet 40 days and Nineveh will be overthrown. Jonah 3:4, because they'll look for a sign, but the only sign they'll get is Jonah. And it says yet 40 days and Nineveh will be overthrown. 40 days after the eclipse is that period, May 18th and 19th, depending on whether you include the end date or exclude the end date. So, yeah, I think they showed us a lot of symbolism of what is to come. Look right here. It says climate change. Down here it says hacker center. Hacker center. So they're planning for, and they did cyber polygon, which the government planned for a cyber attack. You've noticed they've been leading us up to that. Facebook was just it was kind of to feel out how we would react. That was just a little test, right? And then you got Simon Cowell down here with the devil. Look, he's got the 3 X's, which XXX is 666. So all the oils, they're drinking up all the oil. Oil's gone. Wall Street has collapsed, showing the physical dollar, the currency gone. I mean, you got to look at the symbolism behind this. My homegirl Michelle Michelle Gray sent me a screenshot. Oh, right down here. Look under the bridge, guys. Look under the bridge. There's the devil down there, and then there's some little dude with a real big nose hiding. You see him down there? He's hiding under the bridge. I don't know who that's supposed to be. He has a huge freaking nose, though. So, yeah, the days we should be definitely looking at, family, is October 11th of 2024. Mark that day on your calendar. That's 187 days after the eclipse. That's one I'm really looking at. Now, 41 days later, that would be the 18th or 19th, but they did let this go viral. Remember? They let that go viral. So it makes me think, are they trying to, do they want us to think something's going to happen there? Or is it really going to happen? Because usually they control what goes viral. So I don't know. We'll see. But I will say this, that lines up with the 41. So it very well could be. And then we got the whole devil comet in that 846 cipher, matching as in the days of Noah, the World War III tribulation. And during this eclipse, you're supposed to be able to see this giant devil comet. So I guess we'll find out, right? We will see what happens. It's definitely very interesting, to say the least. In that whole, I'm looking for a lot of deaths over the next month of April leading into March. So like probably, I would say starting early April, like probably April. When's that first alignment, that first planetary alignment? The 3rd, right? So probably like April 3rd. No, the 4th. April 4th through May 18th. I think that's going to be a crazy time frame right there, guys. We have the 13 days of preparation going into Beltane, all them events. You know, that starts May 19th. And we've had so many different world events take place during that time frame. It's nuts. So will America be overthrown? Will we have some type of civil war? And during that time frame, the 13 days of preparation is when that new movie comes out called Civil War, where the American president nukes the American people. Remember? That's in that time frame. But yeah, watch Roadhouse. Watch The Gentleman. In Roadhouse, he said that the location he goes to is Glass Keys, Florida. And let me tell you, Conor McGregor was terrible in that movie. He really was, man. I tried to say he wasn't too bad at first when I watched it last night, but I gave him too much credit. I went back and watched it again, and he was a terrible actor. It was like he thought he was doing an Instagram video. You know what I mean? He had that same stupid smile he does when he does his Instagram videos. He was just trying to act so cool in it. Even the main character, Dalton, he's a decent actor in real life, but he didn't do that great. So, okay, this part I'm going to pause real quick. I'm about to play this through. This is the CERN connection to the number 128. And then I'll show you guys that article about the chemtrails being banned in Tennessee, and that'll be pretty much what we got for today. We already did an hour, so little segue into an hour. Make sure you check out the links down in the description where we have our Ultimate Wellness Band down there. They are one of our sponsors and help sponsor our podcast. Use promo code Truth Mafia. And don't forget to also check out our sale that we got going on until Monday. So it ends on Monday, which we extended it. It was supposed to end already on 3/22, but I just went ahead and extended it. And I wanted to tell you this too. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I didn't make a slide for this, but Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, guess what it equals in English ordinal, guys? 323. And what's today? 323. I was going to do a slide about it, but I didn't have enough time to break it down before I had to go live, and I didn't want to keep you guys waiting. I had already made you wait an extra 15 minutes. So I just, went ahead and did it. And I didn't forget, we're still going to do the Dorothy Wizard of Oz decode. I got all the slides almost done. So that's going to get into the straw man and the circumvey act of 1666, how we are lost and dead at sea, and they're trying to, it's pretty much a big game, a Ponzi scheme that they're playing on us. And we have to claim our sovereignty and take our rights back, or you have no rights because you are considered a dead person. So we'll be doing that one within the next few days. Let's take a look at this video.
Start the collision sequence.
Code, man, and that I found fascinating that he even seen that. And from what I've seen, he doesn't do Gematria on his YouTube page, so I'm definitely going to tag him in this video. Hopefully he can see it, to show him the connection. And actually CERN literally equals 128 in Latin Gematria, which is a Hebrew or Jewish Gematria, and it's the only one we can actually call Gematria out of all the ciphers. And it's all about opening the gates of hell. That's that code. 9/11 played a role in that. All these rituals building up to that point. Like I said, it's chaos magic, guys. So they put their energy into the symbol. 9/11, the Twin Towers was the symbol, Jacob and Boaz. And then when they destroyed them, think of all the movies that people watched that showed the destruction of the Twin Towers. Tons of movies. We put our energy, our life force into watching that movie. So particidual magic and chaos magic, you're putting your energy into that sigil. Then they destroy that sigil here in the physical, in the 3D, and it releases all that energy, which then that energy can be manipulated and used for whatever agenda they're doing. In this case, opening the gates of hell. That's the agenda. That's what it's all about. And CERN is not what they tell us it is. It is a damn Stargate creating a stairway to heaven to take war to the Creator. And I think they honestly believe that they're going to win. I really do. I think their ego is that crazy that they believe they will win, which they're not going to win. We know that. We're about to see a lot of judgment taking place here in America for all this stuff that they've done to children and karma. They think they avoid karma. Well, you haven't avoided nothing. So you can keep trying to avoid karma with your little predictive. So predictive programming, it's not just about predictive programming part of it where it makes it easier for the conscious to accept it when it actually happens. There's a whole karmic law part of it too, right? And the karmic law part of it is they believe like if they show you something before they do it, that it frees them karmically, because it's kind of like this. So if I show you, all right, say I'm selling a box of cereal, and this cereal brand I have is killing people, right? There's poison in it, but I labeled on the box that it has a poison that will cause you to die if you eat the cereal. So now I didn't kill you. You ate the cereal knowing there's poison in it. So you committed suicide. And that's their thinking with that whole thing. You know what I mean? That's their theory behind it. And there is a loophole there. There is a loophole there that lets them get away with that karma. So it's very important that we pay attention to the our surroundings around us, guys. It's so, so important. And all that cube symbolism, all of it, this opening of the gates of hell, it all goes back to one thing, and that is Saturn. Saturn, the father of time, opening the cube, which is the Phantom Matrix. So now let me share my screen here. Let me take this off the thing, remove. Okay, there we go. Let me get that down. So let me check the comments real quick before I pull up this. I want to show you guys this guy's YouTube channel, and then I want to show you this new post that I did on the chemtrails. So you guys can go check that out. And again, that link is down below. I'm just going through some comments real quick. How's everybody doing down here? Hope you enjoyed the presentation. For some of the new people, I know you guys probably won't get everything, and that's okay. This one was more for my more advanced decoders, but I'll be doing some videos that'll really walk you through on how to do gematria, how to do decoding. I had a bunch of them videos already, but they always keep taking my channels down. And before I wasn't smart enough to have backup. Now everything that I do is always backed up. So like when they just took my last channel, all my content was backed up. So now you see I'm re-uploading it to the new channel because I'm not dumb no more. But they for the first few times they were taking my channels, I didn't have nothing backed up. So all that work I would put in, and then it's just gone. I had so many videos breaking down how to do the decoding, how to start with gematria. I'm just going to have to redo them again. So that's all. You know what I mean? No big deal. Thank you. Yeah, make sure you subscribe. Hit that like button, guys. Smash that like button, whether you're on Instagram, Rumble. Let me go over to Rumble real quick. Hold on, guys. Wait right here. I got to check my people on Rumble. What's up, Rumble chat? How y'all doing over here? I see y'all. Oh, look, they're arguing over here in Rumble. What's going on over here? Oh, boy. What is going on over on Rumble? Oh, somebody called someone a Q follower. Let me see here. Let me pull this video up. Okay, where's that video I did? Right here. All right, the comments on this video. Let me pause this. Turn the sound off. Okay. Now we're ready. I got to share my screen with my people so they can see what I see. Present screen. Share screen. Entire window. Sound. Share. Here we go, guys. All right. So this was me decoding back here, but that's not what I wanted to show you. That was just me behind the scenes. I do want to show you this. So if you're not a follower on Rumble, it's Truth Mafia TV. And I did this video where this person walked off the screen. He walks off the screen at an hour and 33 minutes in just because I didn't agree with him, which is so childish to me, but whatever. I made a song about him now because he turned me into my Facebook page. So, I made a little song about him, but you can listen to that on truthmafia.com. You guys know I'm a troll. So you start trying to turn my pages into stuff, I'm going to troll you. And you're not going to like it. Now check this out. At an hour and 33 minutes in, and remember we had that 133 code when I showed you connected to the Ghostbusters, right? The Frozen Empire code. And at an hour and 33 minutes into the discussion, it takes a turn for the worse. That's when he exits the show. Now, if you'll notice, I was just I was showing who I thought the Antichrist was. And they showed their version, and we were each supposed to show a 10-minute segment and then, go on because there was 3 of us. So the one person just kept going and going and going and going and going and going. You'll see I actually have to tell him to stop so Chris can get a chance to go from eyes to see decode. I didn't really care about me, but I have another guest on, I'm trying to make sure he could go too. And, what's going on up here? Hold on, guys. What does it say? StreamYard, close all tabs. No, I'm not closing that. No, thank you. But anyways, I was just talking about Crowley and showing why I thought the number 777 is connected to the beast, because they take anything sacred and holy and they pervert it. And 7 is supposed to be a biblical number. So that ties into King Williams or Prince Williams, right? And I was just talking about Aleister Crowley with his connection to the number 777, and Book of the Law is 133. So also 117 is 113, which we started out that podcast breaking down the number 117, which is my birthday, January 17th. I was born January 17th of 1983, and Truth Mafia is 117 too. But Book of the Law is 113. 48 is 113. The eclipse is on April 8th, and that's what the video was literally about. Right. And then King of Babylon is 113. In the video, we were talking about Babylon, and I showed an image of what so I believe America was the real Holy Land. I really do. I think America was Egypt, and Babylon and Sodom and Gomorrah would have been where Ohio is, where I'm at. And King of Babylon. And we were talking, and I showed a map of that in the video. So it just is crazy how the whole video takes a turn at an hour and 33 minutes in, and then it's all connected to exactly what I was talking about in the video. This is just showing you the organic synchronicity to it all, because there's an organic source code going on here. Now, the elites, they know how to hack and shift the energy. There's a reason I do my sales on certain days, or I go live at 8:11 instead of 8 o'clock. When you learn what energies vibrate with your frequency and your signature, you'll have better chances of your video going viral or whatever you want to use it for, like that 117 one, right? This one right here, guys. That's a number I used in my newest video. Hold on, it'll pop up. It's up here, pinned to the top. I made this for you guys right here. It's exactly 1 minute and 17 seconds long, and I did that on purpose. This is what it's about. Now, this is real footage from what was happening in Texas on 3/14 Pi Day. It was 3/14 and 3/15 it started, and 3/15 was the beginning of the Ides of March, which is a Roman festival commemorating the stabbing of Julius Caesar, and it's there's a lot of wolf symbolism. So are you guys seeing any wolf symbolism in any of the movies right now? The glass and ice symbolism is crazy, but I've been keeping my eyes out for the whole wolf symbolism too. But check this out, guys.
Texas heat, it's a real scorcher. The skies turn dark like the devil's torture. Hell the size of fist, crashing down from above by the wars, man. There's fallen angels in control of the storm, using tech so advanced it's the new norm. Manipulating nature, causing chaos and strife. Giant hailstorms tearing up every law. Wars in Texas, hailstorms on the prowl. Fallen angels control the weather now. Beware, 'cause chaos is all around the earth. Truth mafia knows the secrets, ties. Texas heat, it's a real scorcher. Skies turn dark like the devil's torture. Hell the size of fists, crashing down from above. Weather wars, man, it's a game of love. Fallen angels in control of the storm, using tech so advanced it's the new norm. Manipulating nature, causing chaos and strife. Giant hailstorms tearing up every life. What? Weather wars in Texas, hailstorms on the prowl. Fallen angels control the weather now. Beware the skies, chaos is on the rise. Truth mafia knows the secrets.
I didn't mean to put Donut on there. That was from another video I did for Donut, but I used that outro on accident, so I just left Donut up there. I didn't really care. And yeah, I made that song is all me. I wrote the lyrics on it. Everybody's like, Tommy, who's singing that? Oh, my AI. I made AI sing that. It's a character I made.
Texas heat, it's a real scorcher. Skies turn dark like the devil's torture.
AI rapper. That's my little AI rapper. Little AI. That's his name too, Little AI. So the lyrics are all me. I've created many different songs. I think it's a real cool way to express your artistic, like doing the video. I made the whole video. Then I put I wrote the lyrics, had the AI sing it, and I put that edited over the video, which I have a couple different ones. Like if you're a made member, you get access to all this. You can't see this unless you're a made member over here. So then you got access to our members only lives. This is one me and Donut just did. I highly recommend checking that one out. That was a really good one. That's our back catalog of just the lives, and then you got the videos. The videos are uploads. So there's more of the video uploads because I've done more of that. This one's really good too. I did this one on Mortal Engines and the Omega event. There's that 128 code. Where's the one at? Oh yeah, right here. If you don't know what the Ember rituals are, remember how I was talking about the Ember months? There's a free one on here too. You can just type in Ember in the search bar, but it's just a blog, but it breaks it all down in detail. And then if you want to watch the video version of it, you would have to join. But there is a blog for everyone that everyone can enjoy for free. And these are the video uploads. Here's the newest one. It's 5 hours. It is crazy, guys. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's freaking nuts. It's about some weird stuff. Ancient sex magic that they were doing, but it's real. And Paranoid American and Juan did it. It's like 5 hours long. And they're actually kind of trolling this dude in it too. So that was funny as hell. Like if you know what's really going on there, you got the inside joke, then it's even more funny. Because there was like these two dudes that they loved the whole box saga theory, but they only want to talk about certain parts of it and not other parts. And you can't talk about one part of it without mentioning the other part, the part where they're swallowing body fluids and stuff, because that's what it really stems from. So you would have these certain people that would participate in these type of rituals, like a general of an army. He would have to drink all the fluid of everybody in that army. You get what I'm saying? And then he would go like thousands of people, a helmet full of it. This ain't no joke. I know it sounds crazy, but for real. And then he would go and sleep with a woman who did the same thing, and they would birth a child that had the souls of, 5,000 people or so. That's the theory of it all. It's pretty nuts, but hold on one second. Where's the one? Definitely funny. I watched the whole video because I couldn't believe what they was talking about. And there's another good one that I just wrote a blog on. Oh, this one right here. So this is one I think, yeah, this is the one I wrote the blog on. Yeah. So Juan did this video and it gets into the whole voodoo stuff and going on in Haiti. And then I show you the connection. I wrote a blog on Haiti. They're the same story. Remember how they said Jimmy Barbecue took over Haiti and Donut showed how his name is 3 words, 22 letters. He has the Masonic necklace on. Guys, I'm telling you, he's a character on the world stage. They made him up because they had the same character back in 2023. He had the Masonic necklace. He's a Haitian dude. He took over Haiti. The same story. It's the same storyline. It makes me think AI is writing all this. I'm really starting to think AI is doing it because it's the same freaking story. Same story. But there is a definite connection there between Haiti and voodoo. And I wrote a detailed blog on it, guys. Like, you ain't going to find this much information on this anywhere. So the first part of it is just me breaking down the Gematria part. And then from here down, it's just my writing of the how it started, you know, bringing this over from Africa and the history of it all. Yeah, it's really good. I think I did a good job on this one. And I also linked all my sources down below. So you guys can have all the sources for everything. See, here's all the sources down there. But yeah, check that one out. I think you guys will like it. It's a good read for my people that actually like to read that one. Some people, they only watch my videos because, you know, I guess they don't read. You know, I like reading myself. So it's something I enjoy doing. And then that's the real True Seeker that Paranoid just interviewed. There's so many True Seekers now, but that's the real one. That's the original dude, True Seeker. I guess it's a common name these days, right? Tennessee attempting to prohibit chemtrails. Here's this one. Okay, Tennessee is attempting to pass a law prohibiting airplanes from releasing chemicals or other substances into the atmosphere, commonly called chemtrails. And it makes me so mad. Here's the article. It's totally making fun of us, guys. Look, Tennessee is trying to ban chemtrails from planes based on a wild conspiracy theory. No, it's not based on a wild conspiracy theory. It's because they're probably sick of you spraying over their shit. Someone finally spoke up, or it's completely controlled, and this whole narrative was just to make fun of us. I don't know. What do you guys think? Lawmakers in Tennessee are trying to ban chemtrails in a bill based on conspiracy theories. Scientists debunk a popular conspiracy theory about chemtrails. Y'all didn't debunk nothing. This is from August 2016. Y'all didn't debunk nothing. Calling them, all you did is call them condensation trails. You can't just say I debunked a video because you said something in it. And look at that video, an hour and 44 minutes long. Well, Jesuit order is 144, so we know whose signature's on that video. You know what I'm saying? But it irritates me. They pretend like, oh yeah, we just debunked it. Why? Because you did a video saying something? That's not debunking something. You got to show proof of it, my friend. Like I do down here. All the articles I linked, I show proof of what it really is, what it's doing to people. And this bill they try to pass, guys, Senate Bill 1807. Oh, that's awesome. One Senate Bill 1807, the topic of chemtrails. Well, you know, that's very funny that they use that bill to pass in the House on the Climate Security Act, because that's a kill code, 187. So just so you know that. And chemtrails is 41, aliens 41, Draco 41. Amazon shuts down Connecticut construction site after 7 apparent nooses found in CNN. Why did I link this here? Well, because I was talking about the Draco and how they're slowly reducing the oxygen in the atmosphere. And some people call these demons. Some people call them aliens. But they definitely are. We're going through a massive asphyxiation ritual. George Floyd, hashtag I can't breathe. Corona, it attacks the respiratory system. And they say at present time, like this was a couple years ago when this came out too. So that was at 18%. And under 15%, we suffocate of lack of oxygen. So by 2029, they plan on wiping us out, Agenda 2030. And they said by 228, it's going to be really hard to breathe. It already is. 228 is death in Gematria, so that would make sense. And 2029 is the year that comet's supposed to come Apophis. So watch, guys. They have a bomb now too that hold on, let me pull this up. I gotta show you this. They got a freaking bomb that sucks all the oxygen out of the freaking air. A bomb that sucks the oxygen out of a city. Can you believe this? I mean, these people are evil. Thermobaric bomb. I probably butchered that. You guys know I suck at saying words. I suck at reading live too because dyslexic as shit, but I try. Thermobaric bombs are devastating and affect in urban areas of open conditions and can penetrate bunkers and underground. So if you're anywhere around when this thing goes off, you are going to die because it pulls all the oxygen out. So that freaks me out. And they're like, yeah, it's awesome. It kills everybody without a nuclear fallout. Oh yeah, that's awesome. That's real awesome. A thermobaric weapon, also called an aerosol bomb. Did I say that right? Aerosol bomb or a vacuum bomb is a type of explosive that work by dispersing an aerosol cloud of gas, liquid, or powder explosive. I mean, that sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. Most people don't even know they have this. So I could see them doing that, guys, couldn't you? Just hitting a whole area with one of these joints. Hashtag I can't breathe. Man, that would be crazy too. That'd be a terrible way to die. People like me and Jay Dreams, though, we were talking about this one day. Jay I think he said he has an oxygen tank. I have 3 of them. I ain't dumb. I was thinking because of the plasma apocalypse, I got a gas mask. I got oxygen tanks. So remember that movie Moonfall where everybody couldn't breathe? I ain't going to be that person. I'll tell you that. I'm going to have my little oxygen tanks where I got enough time to get to a store and get more oxygen tanks. Everybody will be dead. So I'll be the one living in Rite Aid with all the oxygen tanks stocked up. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to go to the hospital after everyone's gone. It'll be me and a couple of old people that were hooked up on oxygen, and we're going to start a whole new civilization. But the thing will be that the elites will still be there because they plan for it. So they'll come up, everybody will be dead, and there'll only be like me and a bunch of old people left. So they'll probably try to take us out anyways, but I'm going to have to lead them old people into the promised land. I'm gonna be their soldier for them. So, I'm not going out too easily. But yeah, I say that joking because that would suck. But yeah, it breaks down everything. And all jokes aside, this is actual factual evidence on these chemtrails. So that link is down in the description of the video if you want to read this article. The chemtrail law passed in 1997, Public Law 105, November 18th of 1997. Use of human subjects for oh, you know what I forgot to do? I should have did this. let's take from this date until this law came out. What day did they say this? Okay, let's see here. Okay, hold on a sec, guys. The chemtrail conspiracy theory. Oh, I hate this part. So they link it to this article, and it's linked to an old article from 2019, and it says, of course, they're attacking conservatives. Now, me personally, I don't believe in Democrat or Republican. They're both controlled. But I'm more libertarian, but I would never subscribe to any organized religion or organized politics, because it's all used to divide and conquer us. But I am pro-life and more conservative leaning. I would call myself a libertarian, if anything, but because I have thoughts that are very in the middle. But look, conspiracy-minded Americans are known to point fingers at whoever is on the other side of the political spectrum. Yeah, you guys set it up like that. It's the pillars of Jacob and Boaz, the red and blue. So here's a poll that they did, and they say, like, what conspiracies certain people will follow more, right? A new inside poll found that Republican voters primarily were more likely to believe in the Illuminati and unclassified creatures such as Nessie, Bigfoot, while those on the Democrat side voters are more likely to believe in extraterrestrials have visited Earth. So that's because, you know why? Because the right is more Christian. They don't really buy the whole alien thing. They think they're demons, if anything. So that's why that part's there. And on the Democrat side, they're more atheists. They don't really have them type of beliefs. America is a nation of conspiracy theorists. Here are the most common believed in phenomena. Why are they linking all these 2019 articles to it? That's weird. I always look for stuff like that. Like, I'm trying to figure out the whole thing behind it, right? And if you pull up the news, I mean, it was trending earlier. It was popping up on every news feed that I seen. Was that damn Tennessee one? What's this one? U.S. fighters strike 3 underground storage facilities. Oh, great. Blow up more innocent people. Now, this is weird because this story has been shared for the last 3 months numerous times. Why do they keep recycling that same story? You guys notice they've been doing that a lot? Like, there's some stories they just keep reusing them and reusing them and reusing them. I think AI is running it all. I think we are in some type of drill, some type of Greenland style event, whether it's man-made or organic, and our governments are underground already. Whether they're going to do it to us and make us think it's Nibiru on elliptical orbit, but really it's them using geoengineering, the wrath of God technology, which shoots these big, they're kind of like rods, metal rods. It can shoot these metal rods down and take out a whole, like, California would just be gone, but there'd be no nuclear fallout. And people will be like, oh, Tommy, they don't got satellites. Well, first of all, even if we are on a flat Earth, yeah, they do. You guys say everything's fake. Space is fake. Satellites is fake. That's all a psyop to say everything's fake. They have advanced drones that don't, let me turn this shit off real quick. They have advanced, oh, that's my boy, Jay. Hold on, guys. Little Jay Dreams. Go check out Jay Dreams. Okay, there we go. They have advanced drones that can power up from solar power, so they never have to come down. So just because they're not in space floating around on the other side of the barrier up there, because even though I don't really subscribe to flat Earth no more, I think it was a psyop. I do. But I believe we live in a simulation, an enclosed simulation, But I think there's stuff on the other side of that firmament. I do think there's a firmament. I think we're enclosed. I think there's a whole underworld below it, inner earth. And in that new or what was it called? Inside Job. Remember the cartoon on Netflix, Inside Job? That's what they say on Inside Job. They're like, yeah, we put flat earth out to make everybody believe in that, so they didn't know the real truth, which is hollow earth. And I'm like, man, that probably is the real truth. Why they did do it. They love to tell us the truth and stuff like that. But flat earth's an awesome stepping stone. You know, Archaic said that before. He started with that, and then he eventually went into the whole simulation theory, which I believed in that way before I ever even knew who he was. You know what I mean? But that's one thing I like about Jay Dreams. He doesn't just subscribe to one thing. He believes it all. So you can have a cool conversation with him on multiple different fronts. And if you're a content creator, you got to kind of keep an open mind. You can't just be married to one thing. Because honestly, guys, we don't know, right? We don't know. So I do know this, though, that they're selling rides to space right now. So I'm trying to get a couple of these content creators together. It's like $100,000, and we're going to throw in on it, and we're going to take a space ride. And then if it's real, we'll know. We're going to go up there and see. So let me show you this. Hold on a second. Balloon rides to space. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to do this because it kind of reminds me of that damn. It kind of reminds me of the freaking submarine that the billionaires went in and got, died under the water, if that was even true, or if that was a psyop too, because they got psyops on top of psyops going on right now. But now this originally came out on June 23rd of 2021 on CNN, but it just started going viral on TikTok and Instagram last week. Why? That's what I'm saying. See how they do this? There will be stories that came out a minute ago, but now they're going viral again. So let's see what it says here. It's 125K. That's not too bad. We could get 4 of us together and we could swing that. $125K. I guess if you're in a boat, it takes you up. Then you land in the ocean and a boat's there to pick you up. See, that's the part I don't like, though. Landing in the ocean, then next thing you know, we sink to the bottom of the ocean and we're stuck in this thing, and it's like the freaking Ocean Gate situation. So I don't know if I trust this. But hey, flat earthers, now you'll be able to jump up on there and see if it does have a curve, right? If they really let us do this. Who knows if they'll let everybody on it, though? I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. I will be able to tell you because I'll find out if anybody can go on it because I guarantee I'm going on it. I will say, that's what? If we get 5 people, 25K a piece, 5 of us can go. Just for the content, that's worth it. So I know I got $30,000 to throw at it. I know a couple other content creators that got an extra $30,000 to throw at it. And we're going to get some of the best content ever. So just for the content alone, it's going to be worth it. You know what I mean? That's what we got to do. We just got to go up there and see. What do you guys think? Would you guys go on this balloon? Let me see in the comments if you guys want to go on this balloon. Because I don't know, man. It kind of scares me a little bit, though. Like you end up at the bottom of that balloon, it's all bad. Well, what do we got going? You couldn't pay me all the money in the world to get in that damn thing. I know, it is scary. It is scary. Because they're probably going to end up at the bottom of the ocean. Everything is round. Just look at the moon. It's round. The sun is round. We are round. So you think it's a spinning ball, Colin? This person said, I call bullshit, Tommy. You don't even fly. And you are right, I don't even fly. And I probably, but a balloon's a little different. I have rode on a balloon before. We're up here in Ohio. I rode on the blimp numerous times. I don't know why I'm not really scared of a balloon as I am the airplane. Uh, the airplane scares me really bad, but a balloon, I guess I feel maybe it's safer, but it's probably actually not safer, is it? Maybe that's just something in my head. But yeah, I was on. I just can't look over the edge because I'm so scared of heights. I'm deadly afraid to. If I would try to look over the edge, my knees will start buckling and I'll fall down like a coward. So if I was up somewhere real high and I had to like walk across a beam or something, I'm falling because I know me. I'm too scared of heights. My knees would buckle and I would fall over. But I would like to go on that just to know. Or maybe I'll pay and have a fill-in. I'll send someone up there. You know what I'm saying? I won't do it personally. I'll pay someone that ain't scared of heights to take my seat, get me all my footage. I'll be like, listen, this is what I need you to get footage of. This is what I need you to talk about. You go on up there and do that. I wonder if you could go live from up there. What do you guys think? Or you would lose signal, wouldn't you? There's no way you could be able to go live from up there. Can't be. Which you would think you could be, because how couldn't you go live up there when the satellites are allegedly up there, right? So if the satellites are up there, I'm getting closer to the damn thing. I should have better signal, in theory. And they say they got all this advanced computer shit and internet from space that they're talking to people in real time from there. See, I don't believe none of that, though. I really don't think that they have went on the other side of the barrier. I think they never been to the moon, even though I don't believe in the whole flat earth narrative thing. I still believe they lied about the moon. Kind of just have my own version of what I believe. And guys, that's okay. You don't have to, just because you might believe one part of the flat earth, you don't have to believe all the parts. You know what I mean? Believe what you want to believe. Don't let other people force you into believing anything. Eclipses are not caused by the moon shadow, but caused by Rahu or Ketu, shadow bodies in the sky. I've heard of them being actually technology that causes that eclipse. And the technology is the same thing that caused these global resets to happen. So it's like some crazy ass ancient tech is what we see when the eclipse happened. But I don't know. I mean, there's no way we could really prove it. You know what I mean? Now, I guess when this eclipse does happen, we're supposed to be able to see that freaking devil comet thing from like the path of totality. So if you're in Texas, Ohio, any of them locations, you're supposed to see this damn devil comet and some other stuff going on in the sky. Now, it'd be interesting what we see on that day, but I'm not going to be out there looking, because if you look in all the ancient cultures, then no one went out and stared at eclipses, guys. They would sacrifice people to the eclipse, but they want to do it from outside. It's a bad omen to look up at an eclipse. And look, they got all these millions of people going outside staring at this eclipse. Who knows what type of bad omen they're starting, right? And then they declared a state of emergency in like Texas. They're shutting all the schools down. It seems like they're planning for something. But usually when they do that, just like the October 4th thing, remember the October 4th thing, guys? Oh, we're sending out a signal on October 4th. And everybody said, yeah, they're going to activate the people that took the you-know-what. And I told you guys, nothing's going to happen on October 4th because they're letting it go viral. So, yeah, they could activate some people. Maybe it was dormant, but it wasn't going to be a big event on October 4th. And then October 4th came and went and nothing happened. Just like 923. Everybody was saying on 923 a big event was going to happen. But you go watch my 923 video, I clearly tell you nothing is going to happen. 923 is going to have an event, but not 2023, not 2022. And I don't want to say for sure not 2024 because things are starting to look pretty crazy this year. But the day I think 923 event will happen is 2026. And I say that in my original video. If you go on my Facebook, Truth Mafia Podcast, look for the video connected to 923. Watch it all the way through. It went viral. I think it's got like 500,000 views or something. It went crazy viral. But I was the only one that said everybody else was saying it was going to happen on that day. And if you watch my breakdown, I said, I don't think so, guys. I don't think nothing's going to happen on that day. I think the 923 event will happen, and it is connected to Osiris. But I think it'll happen of 2026. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend staying inside for this eclipse. It doesn't sound too smart to me to go outside and look up, right? Hope the grid doesn't come down. Well, I'll tell you this. They said if the grid comes down, guys, within a year, say the grid came down throughout the whole world. Within a year in America, this is no joke. Over 90% of the population would die within a year. Can you believe that? Because these people are so disconnected from Mother Nature. Nobody knows how to fish for themselves. Nobody knows how to get their own food. So the food would stop. The water would stop. Tons of people would probably just take the easy way out. A lot of people would end up dying because other people would be trying to take what they have. So all the weak people would be gone instantly. By the end of it, it'd be about 10% of the populace left, and it would be the hardest of the hard. You know what I'm saying? Like Mad Max type shit. You wouldn't even want to be in that community, that 10% that would survive, because they would have reverted to cannibalistic shit. Just like the fall of the Soviet Union. That was just the 90s, guys. They was eating people. They was cannibalizing people when the Soviet Union collapsed. And that happened recently. So who knows what they got planned? It's something that we should never fear because we can't change it. So what good does it do fearing it? You know what I mean? Who cares? If it happens, it happens. And we should just live our best life until whatever does happen happens. And that's it. That's all you can do. It's nothing to worry about. That's what I say. Just some Hunger Games type stuff. Very well could be. Very well could be. My Cherie, what's up, girl? How you doing? I've been following you for 7 years. Thank you, Sally. I appreciate the love and the support. How many of you guys that are in the comments watched the new Dune Part 2? Have any of you guys watched it yet? And did any of you guys get a chance to see this new Ghostbusters Frozen Empire? The Dune Part 2 is all about the rise of the Antichrist, the rise of this Mahdi character. And even though the elites really don't believe in God or the devil, they're still going to play out a script from the scripture on the world stage. It's all about power and control. Because they know they can get Islam and Christianity to go against each other with that agenda. They can manipulate people with it, get half the world to worship this one guy that is the Messiah in their religion, but the Antichrist in the other religion. So I know they're going to do it. 100% they're going to do it just because of the power of it all, just because of how they can control the masses through it. I'm scared to watch it. It might get spelled out on my TV. You said you might get a spell out? No, you just gotta protect yourself before. And look, when you go into watching something and you're aware of what's going on, them spells that they're casting on you, that shit don't work. Well, that's part of the science behind it. Them little alchemy spells that them cinemagicians are casting on you, it ain't gonna work because you have to be unaware of it. Only your subconscious has to register it, not your actual conscious. When you're actually consciously aware of what's going on, the spell don't work. So that's just a little FYI for you. But still might not. I guess if you don't want to watch it, yeah, don't watch it. Probably they definitely do put some demons in these certain films. What was the one I was watching the other day that I thought that I'm like, man, they really used a real demon. Damn, I can't remember what it was. It was one of these scary ones that just came out. Oh shit, I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm sure it'll come to me later and I'll let you guys know, but I just do it for the decoding because I think it helps a lot of people that are not aware of what's going on, and it breaks that spell of hypnosis that has been casted on the masses. So for people like you guys, once you see it, once you have eyes to see, you can't unsee it. Now you start seeing it from everywhere, and you're like, man, what was up with me before? Why didn't I see it? Well, first of all, you weren't vibrating on the proper frequency to see it. That's why. Once you start vibrating on that frequency, it's like you can never unsee it. You know what I mean? Like some people do go back to sleep, but they do it because they want to. They just don't want to know what's going on. They think, oh, well, life was much better when I was oblivious to all this. Not me. I'm cool. I need to know. I can't just go back to being oblivious. But I ain't going to lie. There is some truth to that, right? It was kind of nicer when you were oblivious to it all. You didn't think your government was trying to murder you. That was kind of awesome. Right? I mean, but it's once you realize that, it does suck. You're like, shit, man, why do they want to kill me? Spraying all these damn chemtrails, poisoning my food, giving me fluoride in my water, calcifying my pineal gland. What the hell? It does kind of suck. Michelle, what's up, girl? I know that's you with that Mitchie Mac name. So I can tell by your picture. I got to make some more moderators when I'm on YouTube, but I'm just over on StreamYard, so I can't do it right now. Julie, what's up with you? Do you miss Truthful TV's social media part? What do you guys think? You want me to put a group back up on there for you? It was just messing everything up. I'm working on this new website behind the scenes. It's called truthfulsocial.com. I almost got it almost all done. So, because I want to launch it before the end of the year. And it will be like what we had on Truthful TV, the social media part, but on its own platform. And then all the people that downloaded the app that still have the Truthful TV app, keep that up because I probably will launch another group on there and then have the Truthful Social part, which I got all your guys' names, all your status in the database still. So like anyone that was a lifetime member, you still will be. You'll just be added to truthfulsocial.com. And if you were a diamond member, we'll have a similar group like that you'll just be added to. So I'll just send out a mass email and all you'll have to do is accept it and be added to it. But I know you was a person that really posted in that group all the time. So I do feel bad. Email me and I'll give you access to our little WhatsApp group. All the members, all the main members are part of. I'll give you access to that. So you can chill with us over there, Julie Wooden. Okay, that's about all I got for you guys today, though. Time for me to lay it down. Hold on 1 second before I do that. I want to see what type. Hold on. Okay, let me show them this real fast. Screen share, entire screen. Okay, so guys, the free movie site is right here, fmovies.to. Now, it'll reroute you, though, because it's not F-movies, just movies like MOVES. There's a Z at the end of it now because they got their normal page taken down because they're sharing content that's copywritten. You can't do that. It's illegal. But they don't care. They just will add another letter to the domain name. And then see how they added the Z right there? So but if you have this, you want to be on the Brave search engine. You don't just go over and type in Brave search engine. You have to have it downloaded to your computer or you'll still get pop-ups. It's a free movie site. You'll be getting all kinds of cartoon pornography pop-ups. See how this blocks stuff? 213 tracker ads blocked. But I'm also on this through my Proton account. Costs $12 a month. So you got a kill switch. I don't have that on right now, but that's because I'm live. If I wasn't live, I'd have the permanent kill switch on and my secure core, which secure core would have it triangulating that I'm in Europe, America, Iceland all at once. So they can't just break through it, and the kill switch don't let them break through it. But see, it's actually got a high speed too right now. It's working pretty good. So I'm on that. They have no idea where I'm at. And on this, you can just go right here, block malware, ads, and trackers. It blocks all the pop-ups, everything. So F movies. And it's a bootleg version, but it's decent. It's not bad at all. The bootleg version. Let me pause this real quick. So I'm going to show you guys some of the graphics. See, it ain't a bad version. The audio's perfect. Only thing it has that stupid stuff. Here's the scene I was telling you about where she's playing chess with that ghost after they showed that ball arch. See, there's Slimer. Here's the guy. He's the fire master. His grandmother was the one that was the original fire master. And then they go to his house after he sells all of his stuff to them because he doesn't know what it is. There's the girl. See how she has that blue flame on her, guys? She's the one setting her up for that entity. She's got that blue plasma flame all engulfed. There's also a lot of bridge symbolism in this one. Let me tell you, I think they might got some plan for that. I'm trying to show you this one part. See, here's where they go to his apartment. And he's the one that sold them that little sphere. He doesn't even know he's a fire master. But then here's his grandma's hidden room right here. Let me see. Look at this, guys. Brass. See, they binded. There's tons of these demons in there. She has binded because the brass and copper binds the demon. Which in real life, demons and jinns are scared of certain metals. Like iron, brass. Damn, where's them horns? There's the horns. Right there. That's what, when he gets out of that sphere, he comes here and takes his horns back and puts them on. And then then his body manifests. Let me see if I can get to that part. This demon right here is called a possessor demon. And a possessor ghost. Anything it goes inside, it can possess it. So it possesses the lion, and that lion comes to life. See? It's a ghost that it's called the possessor. Really a demon. Let's be honest here. It's not a freaking ghost. That's a nice name for a demon. That's what it is. Oh, see, he's trying to figure out his little magic right there, his fire magic. Oops, I spoiler alerted it for you. Yeah. Oh, well. Now you know that part happens. Here he is. Look, guys. That's him. He's scary looking, man. And his power is, that's why you freeze, because it's about fear. And he was working for this ancient king. He's pretty much some satanic entity like the devil. He was working for this ancient king, and then the kings betrayed him because he was too powerful, and he didn't like that, so he started killing everyone. They had to bind him and capture him with the brass and fire. But yeah, look, that's where he came in. Then his body manifests. That seems crazy right there. You see like his spine going down. He's a skinny little dude too. But it's I guess it's the horns that's so scary. Something about him is freaky, man. Try to see this part. Look at him right there. It's them horns. And think that one girl, the famous person dressed in red with the horns on. I forget that artist's name. Look at that. Like, he's not very stocky or nothing. Skinny little dude, but he controls all the ghosts. So I guess it's that devil. He controls all the ghosts. He's like got them all under mind control. But yeah, it's not a bad. It's a bootleg copy. Now, it's only bootleg while it's in the movie theater. Then they'll update it to HD. HD, guys. And it's an hour and 15 minutes long, that 115 cipher. 115, the Freemasonic cipher. Flip it around, 511, which is Saturn. I can't believe it's only got that many stars, though. It should have 5. I liked it. I thought it was great. Let's see what else is trending. See, when I click on it, it does this because I have this on. There's the new Roadhouse. Has all the oh, here's the one Quiet on the Set about Nickelodeon being pedos. You guys might want to check that out too. That's pretty freaking crazy right there. Here's the Halo one I keep telling you guys about. Oh, good. They came out with episode 8. Oh, I'm about to go watch that right now. This is my favorite. I love it. Damsel was good. You guys will like Damsel a lot. Stranger Thing, 11 characters in Damsel. And it's all about the dragon. They sacrifice her. She's a blood offering. She goes through this fake marriage. And she thinks, oh, this guy loves me. And she's from a village where they're really poor and tough. It's tough times right now. No, there's no food in the village. But her father's a noble. He's still part of the nobility. He's got a castle. Well, this queen from this land where it's just filled with dragons comes and gives him more money than he's ever seen in gold. So she could have his daughter. But he thinks that his daughter is going to marry her son, which she is, but it's a trick. So you have to be royal blood. The dragon made a deal with this civilization, and they had to feed him some of their offspring because that king back in the day killed the dragon's babies. And so he had to give 3 of his daughters to the dragon, like every couple years or something, every generation. And what they do is cut that girl's hand and they mix her blood with the royal blood. so that she smells like their royal bloodline, and then they throw her down into the dragon pit. And it's crazy, but she ends up being a gangster. I'm just going to tell you like this. In the end, her and the dragon are riding like Bonnie and Clyde. You know what I'm saying? By the end of the movie, her and the dragon are like freaking Bonnie and Clyde. I liked it, though. I thought it was a good one, too. And that dragon motif started a while back, guys, with Game of Thrones. Then we had the Game of Thrones House of the Dragon. So, it's all been building up to something. The new Walking Dead, you see the fire motif on it? It's all about dues. This is what me and Donut covered. So if you're a member, you can go watch that video over on truthmafia.com. Here we have the shattered glass motif on this one. And that's the Dune one I talked about. But this one's honestly not worth watching. It was terrible. The original Roadhouse was way better. I mean, I watched the whole thing just because I think I was bored. And I honestly stopped and kept just decoding throughout it. But I'm going to go watch the last episode of this one right now. So that's fmovies.to, and the F movies is spelled with a Z. Again, just make sure you have the Brave search engine. But yeah, man, most of these are in HD. So you don't need Netflix no more. You don't need Hulu. You don't need Amazon Prime, because it's all on here 100% free. And there's no catches. You just click on the damn video and watch it. It's not one of them ones where you click on this video and then the link is down below. Remember that? Like the YouTube would tell you the movie's free, and you click on it and the movie wouldn't be in the video. It'd tell you to click on another link. No, you just click on it and watch it. The only thing, you have to be on the Brave search engine not to get pop-ups unless you have one of these through Proton Mail, which you're on a VPN and you have all your settings set. Then you won't have to worry about that at all. So that's all I got. And I love y'all. I'm out of here. 322 watching at the end. Look at that, guys. 322 watching at 2 hours and 16 minutes. Truthful, out.